Hopefully this will work. Just need to refresh. Okay, so let's start my broadcast. I am Burgunder, and I'm a miniatures painter. Today I'm going to be painting this figure. He is a model from the Myth board game. He is some kind of priest or paladin, cleric, something like that. Now this is a commission, part of a commission, a small part of a commission, where I'm painting this client's board game pieces, which happens to be this guy. And I'm going to be following this this little guide here. So I'm following him right now. She is the female alternative to this guy. I do have her. She is also a duplicate, so I'm going to be switching her up. That will be for a later broadcast, though. So I will just get right into it, and we will start off by painting with Games Workshop's Shadow Gray. This is an old color. This got replaced by whatever new paint that Games Workshop put out. Might switch it to like a P3 or Vallejo paint later, but whatever. I will just keep going for now until I run out of the paint. So right now we're just gonna get a little bit of Shadow Gray and just start kind of following what he's done over here. That's gonna be the little tabard thing. I know it's like a more saturated, let's just move that out of the way, it's tracking the face. I know it's a more saturated blue, or not saturated, but colorful blue, but we will add that in later. I just want the like that worn look, I suppose. Let's go with the trim. Maybe I should have started on the orange, but oh well. We'll just be like Bob Ross, right? There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Let's see, now we're going to move on to the orange. I'm using, again, most of my paints are from Games Workshop. A lot of them are the classic style. This is an old foundation paint called Macarius Solar Orange. And this foundation paints were actually a really good line of paints. They were just really good at like covering space, even the yellows. The brighter colors that were available in that range, they're really good at covering whatever little patch you needed, even if it was like bright red on black or yellow on black, and you needed just like one or two coats. That was it, and it would be perfect. It would be great base coat. Nice and bright. Yep. So now we just kind of want it everywhere where he is orange. So the upper robe up here. Should probably have a light behind me. That might help. Oops. We'll just cover that up. His pants aren't supposed to be orange. Oh well. Might have thinned it out a little bit too much, but that's okay. Just means it could be just a little bit darker. I think I want that. I want it a little bit darker anyway. Let's move on to brown. Here we go. Another Games Workshop paint. This is Rhinox Hide. I believe it's an actual current paint. I use so much of this brown. It's one of my most used paints because I use it for basically everything. All the basing, clothing, if it's brown. It's like lots of base colors and or base coating, blending. Just it's like a staple. It's like black. It's like having black basically. All these pants down there, they are not supposed to be orange, so we're just going to cover that right up. And unlike Bob Ross style, we are actually covering up completely and not making it, you know, part of the picture. So that's okay. Remember, this is your miniature. It can be whatever you want. You can have a pink warrior, you can have a blue warrior, whatever you want. It's okay. He's got kind of got gloves on, so we will incorporate that in there. bedroll is brown. This whole board game has a lot of browns incorporated in it. Whoever did the artwork, they're very like oriented with browns, just to get it with that like gritty fantasy setting that this game is part of. This was a Kickstarter however many years ago now. I did see it, regret not getting into it, but then again I had no money, so I was but a poor student. Where else? His hair, I guess. Remember to keep that water into the paint, otherwise you're just gonna have a bad time. Unless it's the effect you're going for, like dry brushing, of course, but if you have dry paint on your brush, it's just ain't gonna work out for you. Alright, what do we got? We also got a book. Got a book. Glove. Yeah, if you noticed, I already painted the top of the base before I started the stream. It's because I was doing 5 other heroes, and I didn't hear about Twitch Creative until, what, last week or something. I was just going to do them as like a big batch, but this I'm just going to do as like a single model right now. Let's see what we got. Start highlighting away. No. Oops. We will do silver. Another Games Workshop paint. Lead Belcher. Another staple. I use it for basically, well, I use it for all my silvers, other than the non-metallic kind, but I haven't done non-metallic in a long time. I used to. Got pretty good at it. I used to do like a layer style sort of blending. It took so long, but it made like a really nice transition. And then I kind of stopped because I don't know. I wanted to like master actual blending first, and then get back into non-metallic. How it's actually done, you know? But I know I can do it. Or maybe I just stopped because I knew I could do it, and then that was it. That's sad. That's okay. I'll get back to it eventually. Really, I don't think there's like a model that I have that would really warrant the time spent on doing a good non-metallic transition for it that I have right now. Maybe Lorgar. That's gonna be a while. If I could focus this thing. How do I get that off now? There. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay. Let's get back to painting. Okay. Let's do the skin. So right now I'm doing just the base coats for everything just to get, you know, the colors all ready before I really start painting. Or start highlighting it and stuff like that. That way I know where everything is. Kinda get it all the, you know how like artists have put like, you're supposed to block in the shapes or something like that. Kinda do like the preliminary work, the foundation of the piece before you actually do the details. Yeah. We are, where am I? There we go. Okay. Hopefully that won't move anymore. I swear I turned off autofocus. Just being careful of the glove that I put in. Kinda, well, oh well. Let's kind of wipe that away. Since I'm gonna highlight it anyway, it's as long as I don't make a big mistake, it should be alright. We should turn back on autofocus. Looks fine here. Alright, that is all for the skin. Okay. So let's do last little bits. I'm gonna put in that and this. Okay. We're gonna have charred in granite. It's another classic foundation paint. This is like the last sort of bits of brown I'm going to do for him, and that is going to be just his pants and boots. Next is Mechanicus Standard Gray. I believe that is a new paint. Did it get blurry over here? It sort of works, sure. So this part, final little bit of base coating, is his brick hammer thing. His mallet. I'm just going to... Don't have to be too careful because the silver and the gray are pretty similar, and I'm going to be highlighting it all anyway. There's going to be washes and all that. And of course, I forgot, like, the one thing that I should be looking at anyway is the face. Totally forgot the bandages. It's a small part, it's white, but still gotta paint it. That is a little bit too much water. Yeah, this guy's part of a commission from a client that I've had 2 other commissions with. And like the first one, was it the first one or the second one? It was the second one. That was the Myth board game. Oh man, that was humongous. Pretty big commission. Because he got more than just the board game. He got like the whole wazoo. Got like extra models and more box sets and stuff like that. Additional bosses. All right, we will go into the highlighting of. Why not the orange? Let's do highlighting of the orange. So we want more like a brighter orange, but not like yellower or redder. Just want it like brighter and not more saturated either. Otherwise that would look like way too weibo, way too anime. And although, by the way, for new viewers, I'm following this guideline. This guy right here, or this picture right there, for him. So I'm going to be using those colors. Those colors are not as vibrant. Well, they are pretty vibrant, but not like, you know, primary color vibrant. So I'm going to add in, I'm actually going to add in Games Workshop Cadian, there we go, Cadian Flesh Tone. I think that's brighter. That is not in fact brighter. My eyes are lying to me. But I do know of a color that is brighter. Well, it made it like desaturated it a little bit. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's like a pale orange. I want that. Although, like, the highlights on here, on this particular shirt, they're actually like orange with white, or like more orangey, made it more orangey. But I want it more pale, because this is, I want it so it looks like that he's like worn it. It's not brand spanking new, straight out of the washing machine. Well, not washing machine, straight out of the new package that he got from Costco. This is going to be a little worn. Been through a couple wash cycles, you know. But yeah, the Myth project was like, how many models would it be? At least 100 models, I think, because it was the bosses. There must have been like 10 of them, around 10 of them, and then like 60. I don't know, close to 100 maybe. But yeah, like 60 or 70 or so minions, like enemy models, and those are like skeletons and orcs and goblins, these like arachnid kind of looking things. Alright, so that's highlighted up. Let's focus. Let's go to brown. So I'm using Mornfang brown. This is going to be used to highlight all the Rhinox hide base coating that I did. So his pants, his hair, sleeves, his gloves. Although I should differentiate a little bit. Maybe for the gloves I'll use a different brown. Nah. For the bedroll I use a different brown. Yeah. So yeah, these this guy's made from like a softer plastic. Not like what Games Workshop uses, or Privateer Press. Maybe more like Privateer Press. I think they have sort of a more soft, like a slightly softer plastic. No, they do not. Yes, they do. Sort of, but it's still a different plastic. If you played like Super Dungeon Explorer, this game, jeez, no really like dedicated miniatures manufacturer really uses this kind of plastic. It's just not as hard, not as durable. Well, it's quite durable in that it doesn't snap when you bend it, but at the same time when you bend it, it stays bent. And trying to get it to go back is hell, because like when it was shipping, there was like a couple models that had this kind of staff here, and they were basically doing a 180 when they came out of the package. They didn't snap, but they didn't go back to what they were supposed to be. So some of them I could fix, but some of the others I needed to actually like pin them with a brass rod. Okay. So now we're going to highlight this tabard, all the blue parts. And we'll do his cloak. We are going to go back to brown. Just need to paint the strap to the bedroll. Fix it up a little bit. Lagged a bit, don't know what for. I totally forgot to do the satchel and the book. Maybe we'll do it a different color. You know what? Yes, we will. We'll do the satchel and the bedroll, different browns. Same browns, but like different from the rest of him. And the book will be red. Does he have a book? Oh, the satchel is the book. Yep, we will do it red. highlight it again with Mornfang Brown, except we're going to go one higher. I'm going to go like a pale brown root. Totally change the tone of it. I did get some on the book, but I did say that I was going to paint it red, so that is okay. Book, just going to do the straps. Otherwise, the highlighting will be like a dark flesh or something like that. Yes. There. And now, finally, not Games Workshop, is Vallejo Model Air, what is this? Marin Panzer. I don't have very many Vallejo paints, but this is probably the favorite that I have out of them. Goes so well with the browns that I use. We're just doing mostly edge highlight. Quite thick edge highlights, I might add. But this is to change the whole tone of the browns that I've used. And now it's like, it used to be like a very warm brown, and now it's almost like almost gray, actually, like lifeless. Definitely helps differentiate. Well, not, I guess not lifeless, that's not the word. It's just like a different feeling from that color, right? Just listen to whatever Bob Ross says about colors. Let's see, let's do his boots. It's kind of isolated. Boots. I need quite a bright brown. We're going to mix these two, charred and granite and Camry brown. Charred and granite is what I use to base coat the boots. And then Camry brown is going to really brighten it up. if you guys remember from like Games Workshop days, the foundation paints they had, they have an increased pigment, and that's why they can go on so much better. But then as a result, if you don't shake them well enough, they have this black film on top, which is, you know, what helps. Actually, I don't know what it does. I don't know the anatomy of a paint, but somehow I think it's the thinner because it's liquidy. There we go, good. Good. I'm getting lots of Skype notifications. Let's just turn that into busy. Okay, there we go. Much better. It's hilarious. It's a mistake. Let's just quickly put in the color I need. Where I need it. Need it here. So what I'm painting right now is like the little band between his belly and the hammer hilt. Just painting that same color as the boots. It just makes it easier. And it adds more colors of the boots that I need to get that little bit better ratio. Okay. Let's do his face or his skin. So I'm using Caddy and Flesh Tone, our Games Workshop thing. And we're just gonna go over that. Just gonna go over all the skin tones that I put on. because Talon Flesh is a little bit like um, it's a little bit of a desaturated flesh tone, and I want this guy's flesh to be like more vibrant. That's why I go over it. But it is a very good base. It's a very good start to whatever it is, whatever color that you want. One of these days I just keep forgetting parts. The shoulder pads, they're actually going to be white. Or at least the same color as his band-aid. I'm just going to base that there. And if you're a paint licker or a brush licker like me, filthy savage, then you will know that foundation paints taste absolutely disgusting. This model is like a warrior priest cleric thing from Myth, the board game. It was a Kickstarter like 2 years ago or a year ago, and he is one of the core heroes. I think one of the base heroes that you get. And then in the card that I showed, there's a female alternate. That was part of like the stretch goals. And I do have both of them. I'm just painting him right now. And let's continue on with the band-aids slash shoulder pads. He's made of plastic, but it's like a softer kind of plastic. If you've played Super Dungeon Explorer, that's pretty much the one game that I can think of that uses the same kind of plastic. It goes like that. If you heat it up, then it's supposed to stay back in place, but once it's bent, it really just stays bent forever. Oh, I kind of fixed it, sort of. So I just used Devlin Mud, classic Games Workshop wash. That got replaced by whatever thing that they decided to change to it now. I'm just gonna do that. Now I'm going to, now that the flesh tone is dry, I'm going to use Reikland Flesh Shade to wash his fleshy bits. Nice quick wash. Let's go over it all. Don't forget the neck. Digits. What is next? Guess we could do Let's wash the hilt. How about that? And where is it? This is my only new wash, Newland oil. So many of my paints are from Games Workshop. I use a lot of the Games Workshop paints. I'm really comfortable with them. That's what I started with. But I do have a bunch of Vallejo and Privateer Press paints, and like a box set of the Army Painter zombie painter paints. Like it comes with like necrotic flesh and like jeans, whatever, like blue denim color. It's kind of like shadow gray. And there's a little bit of orange on the hilt. Not to worry, I'm going to be painting that red, because the hilt is in fact red, or the middle part, the center of the hilt. Okay, that is all the silver. The other silver on his arm pads, those will be different. Those will be different color. Uh-oh. Oh no.